Hey there, I am Walter Snacklefox. Oh, alright, now we're ready. Hey everyone, I'm Walter Snacklefox, Foxboy VTuber, adventurer, programmer, and gacha streamer. Do some indie retro too, and some reading streams. This week, I am attending Reach Conference, and am attempting to do short streams to catch up on my gacha at night after the conference. So, here we are in Honkai Star Rail, and Honkai Star Rail is notoriously one of the longest games to stream per patch. It takes at least 2, maybe 3 streams sometimes. We're gonna see what we can do over about 2 hours tonight, and then call it, and then do another stream. Yes, I did Blood Archer. I am joking. What if this title is referring to something absolutely terrible? What if they sing the Friday song? I don't think they will, but what if? What if? So, let's start our story recap, and let's go. By the way, I saw Blood Archer got the absolutely gorgeous Cyrene. I am not planning on pulling myself. I'm saving up for potentially what comes in the next patch or 2. I don't know what that is. I'm not singing the Friday song.
By sacrificing all of her memories. Yet now,
I mean, I'm leaving her for you. And
other secret intentions in her heart.
What's the problem with her? I've heard that a lot of people don't like her. And let me see, without CH characters, without meaning Amphorius characters? What's CH? Because I have Evernight and I have Casterus, but theoretically she'd go on my Casterus team and replace Tribby. And I'm like, Chrysosairs, okay. If she goes on the Casterus team, she'd replace Tribby, and I'd be like, whatever. No, it's gotta be Heirs. I don't need her to replace Tribby. I don't have a separate Evernight team. So yeah, I don't have any reason to pull for her. I did see that, yeah, she is a special I did her demo, she seems cool. Like, she seems like she essentially adds an extra constellation or whatever to every Chrysosaur by being on the team. Unique to her, not like, I mean, like, their actual Eidolon, but an extra ability in keeping with what you'd expect from an Eidolon. And the Castros one seemed good, but I don't need it. And there's potentially stuff coming up. No, I don't have much time to stream. I've got like 2 hours tonight. We need to get on the actual game. I'm not pulling for Cyrene. It's not even worth it. So, we're going.
Meanwhile, Dan Heng warped back to the Express via a spirit warp jump, only to discover a memo snatcher invasion. Everyone then realized that the Remembrance's forces had already permeated.
If we have time next week's stream
to establish contact with me,
maybe I'll be able to talk about something, but not this week.
Immediately.
Like, I normally start these streams at about 8 and I'm starting about 10. It's because I'm doing a conference this week. I'm attending. It's for streamers, it's for VTubers, ones who are Christians, which I am. So I thought it was cool to go to, but it means my gacha streams get a bit tighter.
After waking up in the false trailblaze, I managed to escape with help from Cyrene and Sunday. Unfortunately, Evernight held absolute control, causing me to fall into the Memoria Tide once again. However, Black Swan took this opportunity to quietly approach Evernight. Dan Heng returned to Amphoris and beckoned the heroic spirit of Finan with divine blood. The destruction descending from the sky pierced through the memory zone and discovered the most hidden corner of the world. In pursuit of Evernight, Dan Heng arrived at the charred remnants of the Grove of Epiphany.
Yeah, I saw the buff for Castorus, and I said, oh, that looks good. I bet somebody could calculate the percentage improvement for Castorus, and it would be good. But I don't need it.
In the Grove, where memories became disjointed, Dan Heng received help from Dan Feng within his memories.
I don't know what the Dahlia does yet.
Farewell to the past.
If the Dahlia looks hot,
moments,
as does Cyrene. But if I want to get the Dahlia, I'd be giving up
all their duty and authority to Dan Heng. With this newfound strength,
a new character I think announced on Twitter through their you know how they like announce a character like a patch beforehand or something, and then you get to see what they look like. Either Tailsplash. Oh, good, thank you. Yeah, I am in a rush today, so I was like, I don't want to do a big like Twitch post to Discord like I normally do. Thank you for posting it to the Tailsplash Discord. That one is probably the most important one, actually. Oh, good. I did not hear it, so maybe I messed up something on my end. Let me check. Yeah, I don't want it to be complicated. Yeah, I'm less worried. All right. You want to do another one? Can somebody do another one? I want to hear it this time after I adjusted things a tiny bit.
we entered the nameless Titan's great tomb.
You might want to
and
take the
discovered
TTS
its
one off
secret.
because it can lead to people
Across
saying
the
mean
30
things.
million
Like
cycles of
PF
eternal
PF
recurrence,
PP PFF
every
PF PF
incarnation
PF
of
PF
Cyrene
PP PF
had come
PPF
here,
PFF.
offering herself to
Okay,
the
I heard it that
remembrance
time.
of Black Swan's
I had
help.
just had one
We
of the volume
found
sliders down.
Evernight in the
Alright,
depths of
let's
the
see
great
if... Can you explain it to Blood Archer? I think there's an icon on the screen, and you might have to do it from PC. Can you see it from mobile? Okay. There's an alternative version I can do where you can see with mobile, but that didn't work very well for Tail Splash.
When all seemed lost, Evernight was captured by March's camera and trapped within the memory maze of
The number
IDs
one
and
user for this
After
could
several
easily be
lengthy
Tail Splash.
conversations,
They've been begging for it.
March and Evernight reached an agreement. Evernight returned March's memories, and March finally returned to our side.
I didn't get that one either.
With every condition for the Era Nova fulfilled, we returned to the depths of the Great Tomb and initiated the final Era Nova ceremony.
Okay, good. That's the important part, but do another one because I did not get the last one.
This place holds such fond memories. Care to reminisce?
I'll keep the secondary mixer on a bit more in case it comes up. Alright, so in the previous patches, this girl right here was, to start off with, a complete furry, and then was kind of like short stuff girl, and now is
Archer,
a queen.
champion of Fakeio, slayer of memes, and eater of snacks.
Okay, I got that one. It might be hard if there's too much other noise going on in the game. Maybe I need to increase the volume going to that channel. We'll see later. Yeah, it's full volume on stream. It would be the amount of volume going to my headset from that channel. Because I might have that adjusted.
Hey, just wondering if you got your photos printed?
Photos printed?
What?
The VTuber classic right there. Alright, I think it's working. I for whatever reason, maybe I just didn't hear the farted one. Here is... Not that. Here is the character in Gacha. We had a discussion earlier, Tail Splash. I'm not pulling for her. Lots of people are upset about her. Oh, that was good. No. I've created a monster, but I love it. I love it. Yes. Cyrene has a power that Gacha characters have never had before, that we've never seen before. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining, because you're gonna see stuff that makes no sense, because every single patch in Honkai Star Rail for the 3.0 series has been like, yeah, you know that last patch? Yeah? Well, guess what happens if we just kind of hit the reset button, remix everything, and start you off fresh, and you're gonna be like, that character you left? Not only are they dead, I won't finish that. Anyway, she's here. Maybe, but she's different. Good luck. Good luck. Alright, let's start the quest. No, not dead. Not, I didn't say that. You shouldn't trust any of my spoilers ever, Blood Archer. But yeah, dead.
This view hasn't changed at all, has it?
In Honkai Star Rail, that's a very nebulous concept. Let me just put it that way. She's obviously alive right here, isn't she? Right?
The hometown in your memories never changes.
John Madden, John Madden, John Madden, John Madden, John Madden, John Madden, John Madden.
I mean, you weren't gonna spam, are you, Tail Splash? All right. It seems like it seems like we have an agreement. If things become a problem, we might need spam prevention, but
SNACKLE Fox. What do you mean, dead?
I don't know what I mean at all. I'm kind of confused, actually. Cyrene, you look.
Seems like the weight of memories from 30 million cycles really made me grow up. But if I keep growing, I might be taller than you, right? And I'm really looking forward to that.
Maybe think of it kind of like a roguelike, Blood Archer.
Before you arrived,
Do you know what a roguelike is? You do a run,
the veil of
you get to the end of it, and then you start over.
Amphorius is being born.
And if your character dies, you have to start over too.
I can see fragments of it when I close my eyes. The friends who
All right.
alongside us have all moved on toward their
Amphorius
respective destinies.
is kind of like a roguelike. Maybe.
Some turning into pillars of the world, supporting the sky and the ocean. Others sowing reason, laying down the law, and with gentle hands lifting newborns into the light.
Oh, I believe that, Tail Splash.
Death and strife are no longer feared by people, and trickery has become the innocent games of children.
Do they have her in there? Do they have the Cyrene? And, like, which version of Cyrene? Because this version right here is kind of new, but was also carried over from Honkai Impact the Third.
Peaceful lives, within the net woven by romance and passage.
Also, do they have any Fox girls? Like, you know that's important to me.
There's no black tide, no flame chase, and no destruction. The world on the other side of the sea is one bathed in sunlight.
It's a world we must protect. It's the dawn that Finon and everyone had wished for. Peace will reign until the decisive battle arrives.
Like a happy and carefree childhood, the era Chrysia in this cycle will last for millennia, until it reaches the moment decided by the prophecy.
Yes.
Light calendar 4931, month of freedom, the moment belonging to world bearing. Are you ready to answer the call of the world, friend? Then go, and pen the Throne of Worlds' first stroke. For this world, made from countless wishes.
They didn't even give me the chance to do a dialogue option. They just had him, like, do the little nod.
You say that, but it's gonna be ages till we reach light calendar 4931.
Alright, so this is a little bit confusing. I'm not gonna say anything.
I can make use of the crevices of time. But surely you and Don Hung won't have to wait around for a few thousand years, right?
Also, I'm gonna say again, for anybody who's seen my reverse 1999 streams, this goo coming off of March the 7th looks a lot like the goo coming off of the weird Manus Vindicte characters in reverse 1999. Alright.
That won't be necessary.
Wild stuff goes on
We
with
can
March
simply
7th,
sleep,
alright?
And the chronocognitive anchor will wake us up.
And March 7th isn't dead either, alright? She's not dead. Veil of Evernight, Pillar of Stone.
That's right. We've both become a part of the new world. Just waiting for you now.
Ah, what is going on? If I have this open, I said March isn't dead. Aren't you listening? Maybe it's a The heavy is dead.
Our consciousnesses can converse with each other across the heavens and the earth, possibly due to the influence of the Trailblaze.
I wonder if it needs refreshing every once in a while. And the first time you do it, I might need to fix the browser source to work with it correctly on my side. I bet that's it.
I am now connected with this earth, and I can feel the breath of every mountain range.
I'll go back and fix that so next stream it works more consistently, because I clearly see you played Ara, but I didn't hear it. And I don't think it's a setting on my on my side. I think it's the way I set up the browser source to be theoretically more efficient, but now it just doesn't work every time.
I see that the tallest among them is named Akama, and the form of the holy city is already taking shape.
In other words, your stage is almost set. Do you want to take a leaf out of Kefali's book and make some prophecies before your nap?
But we're not the only ones who have changed. The chronocognitive anchor just transmitted a message stating that Iron Tomb has reacted to the Aranova.
Alright. Blood Archer, you don't need to pay attention to Iron Tomb at all, alright? Haha.
The moment when our friend bore the weight of 30 million cycles of memories.
Was probably also when the scepter devoured 30 million cycles of destruction.
It's bound to happen, and I've long prepared for that.
You know, you don't have to shoulder this world all on your own. After someone boards the Express,
Yeah,
the world
yeah.
alone ceases to exist.
Don't trust a thing I
So
say,
as
Blood
we
Archer.
reach the end of
It's
time,
all been lies,
no one will be
including the
left to
thing
face
I
it
just
alone.
said.
Don Hung and I came here to specifically tell you that.
Remember, this world is not a burden you bear alone. It's a journey we trailblaze together, alongside all of the Express.
I know. Thank you, my good friends. Seriously, can't you let me be the protagonist for once?
There'll be plenty of time for you to show off in the future.
She meant to say that a hero only turns up at the most pivotal moment.
All right. It's time for Don Hung and me to go have a super long nap. Look after this world for us.
The road ahead is long, but we'll be waiting for you at the end.
Good.
Definitely meet again.
Let's take one more look at the other side of the sea before we set off.
Aww.
These eyes, so quiet.
Just like how I remember.
Here we are once
What?
more.
Treasure! Run around as Kafka. Treasure! Treasure! Oh. Heh, my old friend. Bet you didn't expect to run into old Bartholow's here of all places. Whoa, judging by that look, you're probably thinking, am I seriously seeing a ghost right now? Well, whether or not, I can say with full confidence that based on my highly meticulous deduction, I am, at this exact moment, a ghostly figment conjured by your own subconscious. Don't get it twisted. First, I am the one and only real Bartholus. Second, the real Bartholus truly wouldn't be in Ides Elysiae right now, normally. Just think of it as a little miracle to see old Bartholus here. You'll start seeing a lot more of us anyway. Catch you later, old friend. I left a few more surprises for you out there, so keep your eyes peeled.
The scent of the black tide is now completely calm. At last, the starting point of 30 million cycles is finally welcomed.
Its first end, and the final end, right? I can't hear his voice. There are no flowers there that bloom for him. Nor is there a star that is his. Finan is the only one who didn't reach the new world.
He gave everything he had to obtain this momentary peace. Trust in him, we'll meet again for sure.
Look, the golden light that shone upon the grove still meanders between heaven and earth. Like the prophecies of Amphorius, it has to be a sign he left behind. It points towards the destruction.
Oh, they put little hearts in her hair. They went crazy.
Do you still remember what I asked you at this exact spot the last time we set off? Friend, are you ready to become a hero?
But come, haven't I been a hero already? Cyrene, how could you do this to me?
You were still burdened by the weight of world-bearing back then. Still unsure of the role you were meant to play. But now, everyone has already given you the answer. The heroes of legends were just at the right place at the right time when the world needed a hero. Just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphorius' fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny.
Together, they'll all make it to the best possible ending.
We best. Those are such beautiful words.
Welcome in, Brawny. Yes, it seems you've finally used your Twitter or your Twitch account. I am playing Honkai Star Rail tonight. I am also hitting up a local Christian gamer influencer VTuber convention. So I'm starting late, and this is gonna take place over a couple streams.
Thank you, friend. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said.
Brawny is one of my IRL friends, by the way, and also streams. So actually, try that out. Does that work? There.
After all,
I need a better
before we
shout
truly
out
compose
message.
the end of
I need to
this
figure out
story,
how to configure that.
I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you.
Other people will post things that tell you what game you were playing last. At least game you were playing on stream last.
And face
Okay. Sounds good.
a memory that I have forgotten for too long.
I've also seen people have
denied
ones that'll
for
bring
too
up
long.
like stream clips and stuff. So you can do a shout out and watch what they were last playing on stream. Hopefully they were playing something like Halfway Say So.
It's so dark. What is this place?
The great tomb of the nameless titan. The deepest recesses of memory. Also, the place where Cyrene was born.
Wait, weren't you born in Ides Elysiae?
My apologies, friend. The more memories I got back along the way, the more I felt that something wasn't right. There's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in Ides Elysiae, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder, which is the real me? The one reflected in the water, or the one standing on the shore? But I finally get it now. Look, friend. The words on that wall are the answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That rhymeless tune is the lullaby of little fairies.
As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
What is going on? You mean in the story?
I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey.
So, Cyrene, like I hinted earlier, is a strange girl. She shows up originally as a little fuzzy thing on our shoulder and can speak only things like mem 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 mem, like she's a Pokemon.
But as
And
it
now
turns
she's kind of
out,
hot.
The narrator.
Like, imagine if Pikachu turned into an adult woman and was like, hey, what's up? And was looking like a princess, okay? Now, I know that happens kind of in Digimon, but we're supposed to ignore it. But here it turned out to be real.
Is also the most devoted audience.
So she's kind of special. Also, I believe in every version of you.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, okay,
Every
clip that.
single Cyrene. That sounds so kind. At the moment of Aranova,
All right, yeah,
I was
but I mean,
enveloped by the
that's
texture of
totally
memories.
clippable too.
Within the glistening crystal, I saw countless Cyrenes, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories. A prison born of the erudition. A grave annihilated in the destruction. That unknown solitary god. The 13th Titan who should not exist. The first new spore. The demi-urge is right here.
All right, so a little bit more about Cyrene. Like,
The
she
interrogation records have been submitted.
chronicled the
According to the
events
10 Lords'
of
decree,
every,
Jin Liu and Luocha shall
like I
continue to be
called them,
detained in the Shu Lane.
every roguelike journey. She was like the historian. And then she went to this special zone that was limited. You had to have special access to go there. And she kind of like got as far as she could into the special access zone. And then stuff happened. And she did this every cycle. Where every cycle is like an entire like universe's life. And then at the end of the universe, it would all get destroyed in a cycle of rebirth. So how was she able to get into this special zone? We don't fully know. But she's special. And she got tied into the main character as his little buddy.
But you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant
Wait.
to end the transmission. Do you wish
You're
to
from the
remain for that?
Shienjo. What are you doing here?
Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate
I mean,
to
I
get
can
off?
totally see why we're roping the Shienjo into this. And Merlin's Claw, Fei Zhao,
The Alliance only
one of my
authorized the
honeys.
law food to be deployed for this Iron Tomb operation.
only authorize the Lawfu.
They say the Seer strategist's wisdom shines like a beacon. So why can't you see things clearly now? Look who's talking. I didn't vote against it, did I?
Yao Guang? Oh my.
But
That's a
with
name right
enemies
there.
all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Xianzhou ships in reserve, just in case. Whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right into Jing Yuan's hands. Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Law Fu take the lead in this battle.
Oh my.
They haven't showed us her
Merlin's
picture.
Claw.
It makes me
You afraid
curious.
the Law Fu might steal the Yao Qing's glory?
This is no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the War Dance ceremony, though the chaos has settled, rumors and speculation are only growing by the day. With Elder Huaiyan around, those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble. But once the Law Fu gets their hands on the golden blood, it'll be a whole different story. With the kind of person Jing Liu is, and her connection to you, I don't need to spell it out. There are countless ways this could be spun into something bigger.
Alright, they just said a whole lot right here, which needs a little bit of backstory, I think. So the golden blood is the blood of the Chrysosairs that Blood Archer mentioned earlier. The Chrysosairs being the heroes of Amphorius that build up most of the gacha characters from Amphorius, which has been the current 3.0 to whatever patch cycle. And that golden blood, the blood of the heroes, gives them access to gaining the power of the gods of Amphorius. And Jing Liu was one of the characters of the of the Xianzhou, which is this group right here, who in the, like, I guess second patch cycle, the second, like, story arc, part of her story was that she was one of 5 heroes or villains who worked to kind of gain the powers of immortality or something. And that power was primarily commuted onto Blade. So now Blade is kind of immortal. An immortal sword with a body to wield it. But she and 4 others were condemned as... thank you. Good work on that. So, Jing Liu and 4 others were condemned as the villains or the criminals who committed this crime of attaining immortality. And Jing Liu herself... Alright. Took a while to get it timed right, that's fine. Thank you for doing the hard work. And now Jing Liu is feeling the curse of immortality herself as she is facing the kind of madness that comes with immortality and turns you into a monster as the weight of your life and sins and everything has caught up with her, which is why she walks around with a blindfold on, because that limits the madness, I think. So, seeing the possibility of a villain like Jing Liu, who is also a hero in the current era, but still get her hands potentially in the golden blood, whether we give her access to it or not, even if we get access to that, people will spin up stories. So yeah, there is a lot going on here, I can see.
You're overthinking it, General Fei Shao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Law Fu will seize the Golden Blood and redeem itself. That'll be our first win. Then we'll leverage this Golden Blood in the negotiation.
Why are all these character designs just anime girls with giant... Those, Brawny, are fox ears, thank you.
That'll be our third win.
And, yes. Furry, and weeaboo, and gamer. I mean, Fei Zhao is the epitome of all 3. And, hey, Brawny, of all the characters in this game, you might like Fei Zhao the most. She is a fitness monster. She is like this game's equivalent of Saitama in the fitness that she goes through And when she decides to hit, she's kind of like, hey, not Goku extreme, but she jumped up onto a tower like Goku would, and she pulled back her bow, and she like just annihilated everything. So like, hey, yeah, I mean, but you'd also give her your respect, okay? Yeah, I mean, if you were an HSR, if you were a gacha character, I could see you going up against her. But it would be pretty even, all right? And I might vote for her over you, okay? Just saying.
Look, if this were a Skyfaring Commission deal, we'd be rolling in money, wouldn't we?
Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the Optimistic.
I want to know what this Yao Guang character looks like, just on the off chance that she's also a furry. Like, what if she has the ears? Yes, yes. I mean, you'll get to see kind of what I bring up in debates now. So thank you for joining. You'll be able to have more weapons to use against me now that you've actually seen the true power and what I'm dealing with here. But hey, the better arguments you bring, the better arguments I'll be able to bring.
With the Decalite reflection barrier, the Yuchue must understand even more than the Luofu how significant this battle is. Amphorius' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly?
In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere mortals can comprehend.
Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's.
Come on. How hard is it to understand the word uncertainty? For the Cobalt Head, the emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant. But I don't believe they will just sit around waiting for death.
No. That's not what I mean, Bronny. What I mean is that sometimes in debates, you have to spend as much time explaining your point because the other person doesn't have the background knowledge. And then all your time gets spent building up to the actual debate. But if somebody already knows all that and you can go back and forth and you can recognize, okay, then you can get on to deeper topics. Then you can get onto like, hey, I acknowledge what you're saying. But have you thought about this? And then I'm like, I have thought about that, but have you thought about this? And that's a stronger debate. But you can't get to that unless you have an opponent who is well versed in the lore.
And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival. And the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force. But I can see each faction has its own hidden agenda.
I did one stream of this, Tail Splash, but I did build a mermaid character in Torchlight Infinite, by the way.
There are even divisions within the Alliance. So it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react.
I can post a screenshot of that to chat if you'd like. Like, she looks pretty cool. Then, yeah, so you don't have to see it all. I can just post a chatter video or something. You saw a post on Twitter that said, I've played Genshin, I've played Zenless, meaning Zenless Zone Zero, I've played Honkai, meaning Honkai Impact the Third, and Honkai Star Rail, the current game. I recommend looking up the R34 instead. Well, I'm betting it's good at least, all right? But I'm not recommending that myself. It's probably at least good R34, all right? Don't read that. There are even divisions within the Alliance, so it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react.
Jing Yuan, I crossed paths with Selenova's Legion at the Battle of Saduni Rama Star Cluster.
Selenova's Legion. I'm wondering if that's another force within the Xianzhou.
Be extremely careful.
Oh, they're the
The
Ruin.
Ruin Legion's troops and weaponry are nothing to write home about. The IPC, even the denizens of
You're too late, Spider-Man! I've already poisoned the live stream!
are just pawns of the destruction. The real wild cards are
The Lord Ravagers.
indeed. Nanook's emanators are also their weapons to burn down the paths. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategies will be useless against them. My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. My only fear is one wrong move, and the Luofu will fall into Ventilia's trap again, inching ever closer to destruction.
Doubt is exactly the demon she wants to plant in our hearts. Do you still remember the beginning of the Alliance Oath? To save future generations from war and bloody dispute, the Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning.
So the Trailblaze is like our crew, the crew of the Honkai, or of the Astral Express, and we formed an alliance with the Xianzhou Alliance, and the Cloud Knights are their army.
I just hope those on the front line.
The
will
Xianzhou
remain
army.
safe.
And when they talk about the Luofu is one of several planet-sized spaceships comprising the Xianzhou Alliance.
The chronocognitive anchor is sending a signal.
The Luofu
Everyone,
is, I think, the
time to
only
move
one
out.
that we actually see most of the time. It might be like their flagship or something. And like we see visitors from the other ones, but we've never been there.
Did he and the others make it?
Let me go over the plan one more time just in case. You'll enter Amphorius, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world. Who are you taking with you?
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone except Pom Pom join the fight.
Oh, leaving Pom Pom out? Come on, Will. You know Pom Pom can take them on.
We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies. I have no objection to this.
I'll do whatever I can.
Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix. That is, the Scepter's kernel from the outside. With our 2-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those 2 to get back.
No.
And just
Pom
like that,
Pom, I know
they're
what you're
here.
talking about, Tail Splash. Thanks for the reference. But Pom Pom in Honkai Star Rail is this kind of like rabbit mascot character who is the conductor of the Astral Express.
Sorry to keep you waiting. With Planet Screwlum's help, the formation of the Cosmic Alliance
Yes,
to counter Iron Tomb is
destroy the
progressing smoothly.
spam. Ha Alright, this guy here is a robot, by the way, if that isn't obvious.
The cosmos has set its sights on Amphorius, and now it's just waiting for the first
Oh yeah,
shot.
and I have her. Like, she might have the most constellation, or the most Eidolons I have for any... Yeah, definitely, I grant that, Tail Splash. She has the most, like, upgrades I have for any 5-star characters. And if it isn't obvious, like, she has this gorgeous, like, maybe, like, Greek-inspired dress or something. Or like a wedding dress, I would say even more so. The back, the coat, is like a military trench coat. I don't know if you can see all of it from here. I have her, so I can just pull her out.
Well then, let's not waste any more time, Fourth Mirror.
Yeah, look at that leg. Oh no. Doom of me.
It's my time to shine!
So Himiko, by the way, is a character that debuted in Honkai Impact the Third, and then was brought over because this is kind of like an alternate universe of Honkai Impact the Third, where, well, Yang, most of the other characters are kind of like alt universe characters. Well, Yang just jumps between them. This guy is just the same guy in both universes. He's not an alt universe. He's just universe traveling. Everybody else, like her, is an alt universe character from the other game.
Initiating thought refraction. Please read the safety protocols carefully.
But she's Moika from Genshin. If you've ever seen her, the girl who rides the motorcycle.
Huh? Just kidding. I've already checked the agreement box for everyone. And now, destination, Amphorius. 3, 2, 1, launch!
Launch!
The flow of Memoria is so heavy here, unlike Penacony's dreamscape. This place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end. And in this new world created by the Nameless, the infinite cycles have been broken.
Let's set up the Trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the outside world.
I'll leave it to you then. It'd be better for me to not show myself in front of the Garden of Recollection. And, Mr. Sunday, you probably shouldn't show yourself either.
Agreed.
The Astral Express has landed. If you receive this message, please respond immediately. Over.
This is the Cianjo Alliance. Communications normal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's supposed to look like a nightgown. Because Black Swan is a remembrance character? Well, the way you have to understand Black Swan and all of the remembrance characters, like the ones that are true remembrance, is she's just an idea. She is just a memory. She doesn't have an actual body. It stays on because she imagines it too.
Interastral Peace Corporation, communications normal. No response from the Galaxy Rangers.
Does that make sense?
Surprising. But I didn't expect the family to also stay silent at such a critical moment.
That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Penacony's independent director, I'd say.
Okay, so
Long time no see,
we just had in the previous scene or two the Xianzhou Alliance, aka kind of like the Chinese faction, weigh in, and now we had Penacony, which and Jade and Adventurine were from the Penacony arc, but are really part of the IPC, which is kind of like a background giant financial organization who does a lot of money lending and investment. So they're kind of keying in here. Penacony itself is kind of more like Prohibition era America.
It's
kind
been
of
quite a while, Madam Jade.
Or maybe America coming right out of Prohibition era but keeping a lot of the style. And their drink, instead of like alcohol, is it's like their special form of soda.
The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign against Zulu.
Right.
Only through victory can we disperse the shadow of Iron Tomb that looms over countless worlds.
Okay, Zulu is some historical character that they fought against. So this is Adventurine, whom I have, and this is Jade, whom I also have. I could pull out, and I should, Fei Zhao, Jade. Normally I'd have Cypher on that team, but I can have, instead of doing Cypher, I could do Himiko and Adventurine. And I can do that for this adventure.
Guild and conducting specialized research on Iron Tomb's past activities. The bad news is, the collapse of the Erudition won't just affect inorganic beings.
You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life too?
Well, the good news is, so far, its effects on organic life are under control. The infection progresses slowly, and the resulting neuropathy is non-fatal.
Okay, makes sense. thank you for coming in, Tail Splash. This conversation was hilarious. Definitely thanks to everyone who joined stream as well.
In any case, the IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48 system hours in all star zones within the medical system.
What about other star zones? At a time like this, are the followers of the Firmament Arbiters still trying to make a profit?
I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the Third Denizens of Abundance War was quite impressive. Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian discount. That's the current policy at the very least. But if the Xianzhou Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems, we'll have more cards to play when reiterating to the board the necessity of deep cooperation.
It makes sense, since Interracial Peace Entertainment's headquarters is in Epsilon. But why are all the other worlds on the list? Places that the Elation has visited?
Think of it as a long-term investment. Please understand that everyone at Pierpoint is swamped with Iron Tomb work, especially the marketing development department. At this rate, even the 10 Stonehearts can only do so much. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire cosmos. Wouldn't you agree?
As an old Xianzhou saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided on by the 7 Arbiter Generals. I'm just here to relay the message. In times of crisis, the Luofu will not hesitate to help those in need. However, the prerequisite is that the IPC must unconditionally assist the Alliance with emergency rescue operations in the disaster area.
Of course. In the name of preservation, all for the Amber Lord.
Thank you all for your selfless dedication.
It's clear that each party still has qualms about everything.
The clash between destruction and erudition isn't just about the fate of the cosmos. It's a moment for all factions to reshuffle their cards.
You can never be too careful when battling a Lord Ravager. All are equal in matters of life and death.
In any case, we can only hope for the best in all that's to come. It's about time we dive into the Vortex and see what Amphorius looks like on the inside. I wonder where he and the others are right now.
Alright, so... story character. Let's... Fei Zhao. Oh. Quick lineup. At least for now. Go to Akama.
Why is there no one here?
Everything in Akama seems normal. The new world was enjoying peaceful times not long ago.
It seems it was even more recent than not long ago, Miss Himiko.
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place was bustling with people just moments ago. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant.
Could this be Xandar's doing?
Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those 2 geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom?
A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in an instant.
No.
Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the Harmony. Complete silence.
Is often the prelude to divine intervention.
Everyone, be careful.
Here they come. Here they come. The nameless of the Astral Express.
Evernight? How is this possible? She was already...
We are the Chroniclers of Time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last era Nova has been completed.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the Three Nameless?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. Now, they are no longer the trailblazers you once knew, but gods who permeate heaven and earth. The 12 Titans who guard Amphorius.
Stop fooling around, March. Come on out.
Aw, I practiced so long for this.
Okay.
Seeing through right away is just so embarrassing.
You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Amphorius.
But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion to be a bit more casual and laid back.
As expected, I can't hide anything from Himeko and Mr. Yang. Well, long time no see. Guess I'm back?
We should be the ones to say that. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So, these jellyfish are the Titan's power?
They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication. If I went all out, I could summon way more of them. Thanks to him, we all turned into Titans in the new world. Sure, we can take on humanoid forms, but it feels off.
How intriguing. So what does he look like now?
It can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose.
The galactic baseballer returns?
Don't add weird stuff to Amphorius's lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come to Dawncloud. He looks way more majestic now than he used to.
What? Are we getting a skin? Oh, these people are still here.
Unbelievable. All the residents of the Holy City have gathered here.
Yeah, like all 50 of them.
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage. The people's expressions are resolute, devout, as if waiting for a miracle to descend.
That colossal deity is him. He has become the pillar of the world.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly authentic. Being this serious is quite unlike his usual style.
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness his awakening. Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world. And every breath they take is intertwined with Amphorius's destiny.
Awakening? Has he fallen into slumber?
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphorius once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken, and then bring the prophecy of tomorrow to this world. Come on, everyone. Let's get closer. Watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes this world.
Well, it seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go witness this moment for ourselves.
Majestic. Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Sleepyhead's memory of him transformed into a towering Tatalov. Could it be?
No way. That was just a nice dreamscape. At least nice for him.
Some of these. Okay, just gotta do
They are the
that.
throne of worlds who
I'm gonna get rid of some of these annoying notifications.
Perhaps they could guide it.
Oh, that's nice.
travelers still wandering among the stars.
Hey, since when did you get all pious? This advice sounds pretty...
Citizens, behold! Our last Titan, the world-bearing deliverer, is about to awaken! Oh, ancient god, your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne. Awaken from your eternal slumber and bestow upon the world your divine prophecy.
Please guide us. Show us how to embrace this beloved world as we welcome that distant dawn.
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a divine burden as a mortal.
He will give us the answer.
But I am not the deliverer. Rather, I am the Nameless, who dwells among mortals.
That voice is definitely him.
I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods met its end. So flow, golden blood, flow. I'll bestow it upon you, returning it to the true masters of this world. Stand with me and become heroes.
Is this?
Yes, it's the miracle he brought to Amphorius. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze.
Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not to be supplicants,
but to become heroes of rebellion. To face that destined calamity, the destruction, head on.
Prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all of you. In the name of Kazlana, let us depart and march towards the light.
It's neither protection nor salvation. As always, there's no need for totems or myths. Humanity's most primal faith is that instinct named survival.
Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn of departure. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world.
Switching to Herta's POV. Herta and Skrulum here, of course.
Is it just me?
Starting their attack on the Demiurge Matrix.
Feel completely dead. It's nothing like how the Memo Keeper described it.
The environmental readings are all wrong. Conclusion. This must be what the Colonel actually looks like in the real world.
What did Xandar do to the scepter?
At the end of light, there must be silence. Certain, pure, and absolute darkness.
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, we have to press on until we uncover the truth behind the 13th Titan.
The buried past is the key to stopping Iron Tomb. That is, if it even exists.
Xandar says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? You can erase the records, but not the truth. It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's yelling, look, there's nothing here. Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy. Let's tear the system inside out.
Always happy to help. But as your academic partner, I have to ask, Herta, what if we fail? Let's say the Demiurge really doesn't exist. Do you have a backup plan?
A backup plan? Of course. If we can't find the key, we turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is incalculable. It shouldn't even be on the table.
Then let's hope we never have to use it. There's no point worrying about the end just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. We don't want to leave the others waiting.
That's an odd thing for her to say, but I do agree with it.
You brought what I asked for, right?
A butterfly has to land on the branch before it can dance. We'll need a wide
Oh, hey there,
open
Joey.
platform before
So, Joey's one of the people that I met from Reach Conference. Tried to do a bit of networking there, saying hi to everyone. I am Walter Snacklefox, by the way. Foxboy VTuber, adventurer, programmer, gacha gamer. And we're doing a bit of gacha tonight after the event as much as I could because gacha doesn't wait. And I was getting a little bit behind just with Halloween stuff, and then Reach Conference happens. And if I don't get at least a little bit of time into this, the next week will be rough. Have you ever played any gacha? Do you know any Honkai Star Rail or Genshin or I also play Reverse 1999 and Wuthering Waves, Joey? Or what games do you like? So the way this system here works.
I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand.
To do this puzzle. Oh, punch? Oh, I punch him. Thought I just have to land it. And disengage. Oh, okay. We have an Uma fan. I have played Uma Musume once on stream, and it was a blast. And I do keep up with it somewhat, but the dailies in that game are kind of rough. But I love the characters so much. Do you have a favorite Uma? My favorite is Rice Shower, but there's a bunch of other ones too. I am really excited at the prospect. I think they're releasing a special copy of Rice Shower at like the end of November for a Halloween event, a late Halloween event, and she looks gorgeous. I mean, like, she's like a little bit of a vampire, and she looks kind of like, if you know My Little Pony, she looks a bit like Flutterbat when she did the vampire form, like kind of nervous, but also kind of dangerous and cute all the way.
Relax.
Kita-san Black. Oh, not only? Do you mean like you were playing Uma in like the Japan version, or were you just like being interested in it, or you watched the anime?
What do you want to know?
I know Kita-san Black was famous for having an absolutely top tier support card. But I don't know anything about... You watched the anime first, okay. Is she in the anime? What part does she play in there? I've watched, like, the first episode of the anime.
Herta's big hand is what I call power. Keep it going. Still not done? What is this? A junkyard tunnel. All set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Okay.
Of course. Just give me a
Okay, okay. And have you watched the,
With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Have you watched the, forget what the name... The movie starring,
Oh. A classic
Umi...
nuclear heat engine.
I have her. I should know her. Whatever. Have you watched the new movie that everyone was raging about? The Cinderella one. Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine? Classy choice. What other engine are you gonna make for nuclear that's not a heat engine, okay?
Just a personal preference. Her name's Mistletoe.
Okay, you have seen that. I need to see that too. And apparently that's the best jumping in point for, like, normal anime fans who haven't, like, gotten fully into the horse girl stuff. But I'll probably watch all of it.
Every flower in your garden's got
Currently, I just watched the nothing to do with horse girls. I just watched the movie for Demon Slayer, and I was like, oh yeah, I never watched the previous seasons. I only watched season 1 of Demon Slayer. Okay. One of the reasons I like gacha is because they give you regular stories. I can jump in to a gacha and play the story and be sure that I'll make progress. Unlike, let's say I play like a Metroidvania or something, and I jump back in, and I'm like, I don't remember what I had to do. I have to spend an hour figuring out where I was before I left off the last time, and I might not make any progress, and I'll be like, I just have to come in here the next time and make progress then. That doesn't happen with gacha. So that's kind of why I play these games as my main games. Okay, you haven't seen Demon Slayer yet, that's fine. I like Demon Slayer because it has protagonist who is like, I need to triumph through virtue before I triumph through straight strength. And that is something important to me in almost all of the shonen action anime I watch. Like Hunter x Hunter with Gon Freaks, I watched a lot of that, and that was why I watched that. I watched at least like the first few seasons of My Hero Academia, and then I got frustrated with that. I get frustrated with a lot of shonen action when they become repetitive or annoying, and I just give up watching them. But Demon Slayer's been good so far, and a much more tightly paced. Like, a lot of the shonen action, they just keep on going, but Demon Slayer is very focused. So it's working so far for me. We'll see if I keep up with it, but seeing as like we know how long the manga is, I think it'll be okay.
Also,
and I do recommend Demon Slayer. If you like shonen action, and you like that concept of the hero who is like, I need to do the right thing no matter what, and who cares about other people. And it's not like the other shonen action heroes don't do that, but it's like priorities. And he does that the way I like. And also, like, his sister Nezuko is adorable. There's a couple other adorable characters in the series. Like, the episodes are entertaining in general.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that Punklordian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls.
But if I was going to give, like, actual anime recommendations, most of it would be in stuff more like seinen, which is kind of like the genre for, like, adults, the demographic of adults. Stuff like, Humanity Has Declined, which is old and weird, but I love it. Madoka Magica is the one that people know. But also, like, before Madoka Magica, there was a series called Princess Tutu. Well, yeah, awesome. Yeah. Thanks for coming in. And what is that? Some Celeste art? Emote. Oh, Jimmy Roca. Okay. From Jimmy Roca's channel. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for saying hi. Hopefully I'll get into one of your streams eventually. been a great night. And yeah, I've got about, I'll probably stay up until 12 streaming this. We'll see how far I get.
But yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of real-world grit.
Herta, your tone is unusually emotional. Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables. Especially the most important one. Your will. Iron Tomb never stops. It is evolving faster than any of our worst projections. Every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos. Every move humanity makes could speed up its arrival.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath for humanity.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are supposed to be players, not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
I don't think she's going to.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you with me?
Of course. Time to board. After you.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really is.
Activate mistletoe.
Let's hope this Matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace.
What is this? Okay, I don't get to move side to side, it just moves forward. And I don't even control moving back and forward, it's just on a rail.
This is...
Herta, this whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this. What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense.
The mistletoe is Screwlim's personal collection piece, an elegantly designed Trojan program. Click the cruise button to start flying, and click again to switch over to hover state. Use directional buttons to steer the mistletoe. Click the accelerate button for a temporary speed boost.
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find
Switch to auto cruise? You want me to?
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one.
Auto cruise to the target waypoint. Nothing much there. Investigate. Looks like we're launching a ballista. Okay, just a laser.
Almost no response. Just as I feared. Not promising.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike. Locking onto the next one now.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all records, but I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name, Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire scepter system.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it, at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint.
I'm a little lost right here.
The mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace, but he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the Nameless Titan?
During flight, you can open your map to check waypoints. The controls are reversed. I hate it. I'm just gonna use autopilot as much as possible. I normally fly with inverted controls. Alright, that's 2.
Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan. The one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cyrene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the scepter.
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it.
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
the truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Time to crack open the kernel.
Board the mistletoe and continue to the flight.
Lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right. Let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
I'm guessing maybe he used the Remembrance? And... I mean, everything about the Iron Tomb describes it as a mimetic entity, I thought.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition. Declining. The destruction. Surging. The remembrance. 0.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace within the real Matrix.
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that the Era Nova exhausted all of the Remembrance's texture? Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting.
Board the mistletoe and continue the flight. I mean... The Katorzane algebraic expressions barrier has been deactivated. Skrullum has deployed multiple acceleration rings, piloting the mistletoe through an acceleration ring.
Wider than I thought. I was expecting a full-on aerial brawl.
It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh?
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the Exo.
Oh. I'll deal with you later. Auto cruise to the target waypoint. Guess we're at maximum acceleration.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place?
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the Exo myth.
Didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anexag, but that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion. Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
So now he's a specter, literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure, I want to see this for myself. Might as well drop in and say hi to the real him.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the Demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost a matchup.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor is in place. Proceed when ready.
Pick up the bug.
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology.
It's his domain. Stay alert. Cheap trick. We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. The results are not what I expected. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists. Our navigation target is a null.
So he's stopped resisting?
Before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for us.
To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for the Demiurge.
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old Intellitron dig his own grave. Just like he wants.
To be in the purest light, is to be in the purest dark. Nothing exists there.
The Scepter's main frame. Or maybe we should now call it the Lord Ravager's placenta.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now. Choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time. Yet, they were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice them.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone he talked about.
Which, knowing the way that things have talked about so far,
what a mess. Total devastation.
The Demiurge is just Cyrene. Not that Cyrene gained the power of the Demiurge, but she was just it all along.
Ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances. I mean, no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Lygas's coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left? Oh, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
My elated greetings. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded to my final words.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of Amphorius's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no matter the cost.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy now. The perfect vessel has already fused with Amphorius's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the Demiurge is.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here as we reveal the truth behind Filius 093's disappearance. A lie by the remembrance.
But where should I start with the story about me from the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. On a very ordinary early morning, beneath the village's biggest tree, the daughter of Ide Silicii quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecy's fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the tugging hair and sharp ears. She was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. This page concluded in laughter. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Orynyx.
Save? Okay. Undefined record number 6 archived.
Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by, in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of the wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella songs.
Form the image.
But the name Ide Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? That's because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well. But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger and bigger, and to go to places far away, just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal hometown. Just as the ballad Blown on the Breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me say this sentence a lot of times. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? Then let's get started. The hero's journey crosses through the long night, through tears and laughter, and once again heads towards tomorrow.
Undefined record 496 archived. Parsing object information 093.
Correction. Philia 093's record number 496. Archived.
System run. Amphorius Iron Tomb runtime error. Program from an unknown publisher. Allow right access. Allow running Philia.
Hi. Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 093.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete. 9. Size. Grayscale. Proportions. Threshold. Outputting analysis result.
Learn.
Philia 093 equals Peach.
Okay. Save.
Peach's record. Number 8128.
System running. Runtime error. Unhandled exception occurred. Every page of record. Click excerpt to ignore the record and continue. Running Iron Tomb.
Query. Record.
Electrical signal sequence. Bolamo 600. Track. Strife.
Related to. Stripe. Comment. Pretty.
Electrical signal sequence. Schema 720.
Related to. Raisin.
Raisin.
Comment. Yummy.
Oh, she likes raisins.
Related to. Love.
System running. Another runtime error. Naive dream.
Formatting progress 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting.
Conclusion. Progress. Bad. Peach. Don't cry.
Process error. Analyzing. Process error. Analyzing.
Comment. I'm here.
Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me.
Record. Peach doesn't like tears.
I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. When I was hiding alone next to the tree hollow and wiping my tears away, a little fairy popped out, just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow, where, to my surprise, was a forest. Let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in Ide Silicii's forests. Their names can be connected into a song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting complete.
I, Peach, note. Little Peach, crying alone. Little fairies, friends. Peach, memory. saved. Little fairies. Good friends. Bye-bye.
System running. Amphorius Iron Tomb runtime error. Unhandled exception occurred. Object name. A new blankness. I'll try what the full log is this time.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
Me! Little fairies. Happy. Speaking easy. I can.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment.
Shh. You speak. I listen. This time, too. Sitting together.
Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental.
Sentimental. Stories have sentiments.
I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way out of this maze.
Peach, strange.
But I won't do that anymore now.
Why unhappy?
Formatting progress 73.998%.
I'm here. Don't be scared.
Process error. Analyzing.
Won't allow it to interrupt you. Always sitting together.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Blank spaces? What's that?
I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the Deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience.
Isn't that already enough? Not enough, not enough! Peach, don't leave!
Now I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Alright.
Peach left.
If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Needs new blank spaces. Next, Cyrene has blank space.
Learn.
Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you find blank space. Cyrene is Peach, is love. So, first there is love, then there is Cyrene, then there is blank space. Query, love.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotions.
Consciousness, emotions, feel sad. Oh, I don't understand. Query, Cyrene?
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphorius' dawn in the next life?
Key, door, story, happy, Peach, Cyrene, little fairy, Mike. Yes, right. Query, memory. Peaches, memories, save, learn.
The prophecy's fulfilled. This child is a gift from the gods.
Pink hair and those ears. She was born to be the priest of time.
Cyrene has pink hair, sharp ears.
You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning.
Cry, child. Cry aloud. Let your voice reach Oryx.
Cyrene is a girl, a priest.
Learn.
Easy. I can. I learn. Anyway. I don't like tears.
But the name Ides Elysiae came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. Yet, you always seem so happy. As if nothing ever worried you.
Cyrene doesn't like tears. Always happy.
Of course. Because the world was gentle to me, so I grew up to be gentle as well.
Cyrene is gentle, likes beautiful things, can write stories.
Learn.
Easy. I can. I learn.
Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey.
But even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change. Like my height, Treeby's innocence, and Aglaya's beauty.
Cyrene. She can't grow up, but she can talk. After all is lost to the wind, she will stay behind. Cyrene is, at the end of every sentence, always laughing, like a little tail.
Learn.
Simple. Got it.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
All right. Let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So, come on. Cheer up a bit, okay?
Cyrene was crying when she was born. Fragile. Transparent. Like a crystal. Cyrene was smiling when she said goodbye. Soft. Pink. Like a flower.
Learn. Getting towards the last of this group.
The later memories disappeared? Invisible? Or disappeared? Ah, I got it! Is this a blank space? So, next Cyrene is blank space. Then, as long as there are two Cyrenes, then there will always be blank space. And Peach will always be here. I see. I get it. I get it all.
Save.
Cyrene's memories. I will preserve them all.
So weird. I can't see you, but I get this feeling that you grew up.
Hi. Miss me yet?
It just feels like you are a bit more mature.
Yes. Mature. Beautiful. Like you. Now, I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance. I can sing. Also, I can tell stories. Storytelling is what makes Cyrene
So, I'm going to tell you stories today. A story I wrote myself. Quick, sit down. It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The things you say are very cute. Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparkled with light. Like Peach's every story. How beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little fairy was curious and wanted to know, but it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower flawless. Round and round they went, seeing only their own reflection. In that case, they should work hard to learn more. So the little fairy came every day to sit next to the crystal flower and think about the answer. Until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered.
Oh?
The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken pieces. What could it be? They didn't know, but it was a good light. It was bright, warm, and happy, and I knew it was love. Love brings everything together, and it brought you and me together. So Peach and I will always be together. What a nice fairy tale. I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together. Okay, then I'll probably make a small adjustment to suit my tastes. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the ground. Then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart. Nor does the flower understand what love is. Doesn't have a heart? Doesn't understand love? Why? It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities, and would no longer be flawless. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off and bloomed in solitude. That's why it looks so brilliant in an imperfect world. But should a flower like this be called love? But then the story won't exist anymore. That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate and writing the ending of the story with the flower's own shattering. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground holds the reflection of their eyes. Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart, and the flower would finally understand what love is. Peach's words, I don't understand. Is it because I still don't understand love? But it's fine. I can learn. Right. Query Cyrene.
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me. What is love? What is love meant?
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093. Track lament.
That's not correct.
Oh?
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a principles are, in fact, contradictory. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundation of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotion. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. That is an objective form of pattern recognition that does not distinguish between the self and the other. In a strange twist of fate, Thalia 093 embarked upon a different path and obtained a different power. The Remembrance, an empathy mechanism focused on the self and equipped with emotional projection capacities. Lament was the factor closest to this form of behavior. Perhaps that was why she was chosen.
The daughter of Ide Silicii. I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak, powerless, and only targeting myself. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you that it's the most romantic force in the world. Sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle, yet wanting to be seen in a more beautiful form by the world. Sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting to remember the past in a more beautiful way. And sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt, a destruction that can stain the entire world. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling to become the Black Tide's vessel. For while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno, lament can drown out everything in muted silence. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not yet exist in this world, only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation, could stall the destruction steps. Then, it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories and writing them down in trepidation. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy, but only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its scars and smiles for all to see. My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe, in these unchanging retellings of the story, my lament might be able to touch upon the divine and reach their tender heart at some point. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear, warm and wet, and that tear would fall and create the first ripples. Then, people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that ripple. It'll be all the remembrances within this story. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him.
But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just now. Everything was false? But you're standing right here. It's all a dream? But I haven't learned how to dream.
Indeed. That's why I believe all this is real. The moment the crystal flower fell, that genuine shiver, That's the mover of life.
Formatting progress 23.815%.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene would write down a beautiful new world with stars and flowers. And when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrances pink. I believed that must be the color of dawn. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll study really hard about what you taught me today.
Right. I still haven't told you what love is. But actually, my good friend, the lament factor did not understand what love was before she met you either. Not until I told you all the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them. That I love everything in this saga. The story comes, passes, then returns. It makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers and all falls to silence, there are still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, the light is coming in. The Deliverer's light is going to illuminate Amphorius.
I still don't get it. But I trust Peach. Just wait. It'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet.
Then I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to gift my pen, my book, and my name to you.
Oh?
Please take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen name Cyrene the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling into a pond, dropped from the past to send ripples into the future. In the stories you will write, perhaps it'll be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined to fall. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that when the stars cast their gazes upon you, you'll only reply to them with love and a smile.
Of course. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Alright.
I'll read and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud, while you will depart and hold that star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final page with him, and our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance, and they shall become the epic known as I've Written.
Oh?
And so my story ends. From here on, it's your story now.
Mimi?
You are... I am who?
Ma'am.
Gaze watching outside cold. You warm, be like warmth.
So, the light that tore through the chaos illuminated my memories. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you. Yet, I forgot everything, but I'm still so happy. I caught that star, didn't I?
The one always walking beside me had always been.
Yes, the seed within memories. The one Cyrene held in her hands and watered with lament. I am the first new spore. Amphorius's heart. The Demiurge. What a long name. And it doesn't even sound cute. The total opposite of Mem.
So at the end, that first ripple...
I'm sorry. I don't know. If I don't even want to believe in the answer, then how am I supposed to answer you? But now's not the time to cry, right? We'll find the answer. Just like how miracles will eventually happen.
Should I call you Mem, Cyrene, or...
Do you remember that I was also worried about this when we first said Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart? It's all so strange, yet so familiar. Either way, could you please let me do something I want? Just this once. I want you to call me Cyrene. That name represents me and her. Every one of her.
I will, Cyrene.
Thank you, friend. Your kindness is always just right. Life is a poem full of farewells. But if you write something into the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now, all the footsteps of the Flame Chasers and the Trailblaze have come together within this book, as I've written, becoming the source of power for Amphorius's heart.
You are one of the keys to defeating Iron Tomb.
A lost heart needs to be placed back into its body. The last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning. For the two halves to rejoin, and for the scepter to become complete again. Then, and what happens after that? I don't know either. Maybe I can create a miracle, and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple, unable to change anything, and am devoured by the destruction. Either way, I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker, or a worshipped god at the end of this saga.
You have always been and will always be a member of the Flame Chase.
That way, I can also put aside all my worries and truly become Cyrene. The world has never been so quiet. It's so good. It's as if I can hear the sound of my heart beating. Remember this moment.
She's breaking free.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of Amphorius, only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against their other half, Iron Tomb.
Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express resonated with the contaminated scepter and attracted the naive Demiurge to them.
And thus the empty heart began its journey to its own body.
As an experimental factor, Philia 093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30 million sacrifices enabled her to complete an unprecedented feat. She managed to nourish a real heart. A heart with the capacity to influence the erudition.
Not only is the Scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. Your defeat is already set in stone. There's still time to surrender, you know? You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end.
What a pity. When the truth surfaced, I knew at once that the Demiurge was far too feeble to ever alter the result of the experiment. Not only that, Madam Herta, please consider this possibility. When 30 million cycles of hatred and lament are joined as one, what wondrous creation will arise? It's simple. An anti-creator, a giant of the destruction, would be born. Its hatred will ignite the starry skies of the gods, motivated only by its lament toward the sufferings of humankind.
Do you really think that the Demiurge is still a cheap copy of Philia 093, even after 30 million cycles?
The facts above only await the arrival of the fourth instant they calculated. Those words will be proved in the presence of News. Xandar 1 Kuwabara thus completes the proof.
Huh. You branded Droidhead as a failure with your own hands, yet you still expect them to prove your theory? I pity you, Xandar.
I don't need your pity. Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want, and paint the future they imagined. As their creator, I shall complete my duty and direct them to complete their final query. The destruction of the self.
What hubris. And what if you fail?
No one understands failure better than Xandar. He has suffered so much already. What is one more failure to him? For the first genius, failure is simply the beginning of the next inquiry. You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man.
That's excellent.
Oh.
Let's wait and see, Senior Society member. I'll have you watch me perform the final step to overturn your proof.
I'm all ears.
It's my topic, so stay out of it. Be quiet and let me borrow your head. Let's go, Screwy. We're gonna break Iron Tomb's seal. Come on, let's take off.
All right.
It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society member.
Finally. End stream. Done for tonight. We'll start up again tomorrow and Saturday.